And looking at these two teams right now, it looks like John Glenn's side's going to play a big factor as Culver Military did against the Vikings. This is quite the lineup right now. I mean, your 5 starters, you have 6'3", 6 foot, 6'5", 6'1", 6'2", and for Valley you have 5'9", 5'8", 6'0", 5'11", 5'10". So I think Valley getting the ball in the paint is going to be quite the challenge tonight.
I would say so.
Junior, number 24, Alec Craig.
Alec Craig in there for the lineup.
6 foot senior, number 32, Gavin Buzzard.
Gavin Buzzard.
6'2", senior, number 34, Neil Clampett.
Neil Clampett. He had a big game last week against the Eagles.
6'2", junior.
How many points did he have? Did he have close to 30?
About 25, I believe. Jared Dusenberry.
6 foot sophomore, number 42, Bryce Webster.
Bryce Webster round him up.
Coach of the Vikings, Bill Patrick.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Tip off, and the game is underway. And John Glenn will start with ball first. Oh, it's stolen away by Valley. Good play. Good quick play by Valley's defense.
That's what they need good to start off this game.
Starting out the game with the steal. That's the way to get your team rolling. Valley's working it around nicely right now, trying to look for a man to get open.
Great ball movement there by Valley.
Clampett's looking for a place to go, can't find anywhere. Nice drive in the paint, can't finish. And we have a jump ball. And it will stay with Tippecanoe Valley. Craig with the inbounds pass, and Clampett has a shot, and it is good for Clampett.
Clampett picking up right where he left off last week.
Yep, it's no surprise right there. He's a lights out shooter. With the deep three from John Glenn, and it is no good.
Daniel Wallace there trying to make that.
Clampett with another shot and is fouled. It will send him to the line for 2. The first one from Clampett is good. Second one from the line is also good from Clampett. Clampett's already got 4 points in this game. And there's a foul on Bryce Webster, and that will send number 32 of John Glenn. That would be
Isaac Pierogi.
Isaac Pierogi, there we go. He'll be shooting 2 from the line. First one is no good. Second one is good from Pierogi. Valley working the ball around nicely. Clampett throws it inside, can't make the pass, but Duesenberry comes up with the ball. Clampett with the ball again, always dangerous. Matt Strom picks up the foul on that one. Clampett with a 3 off the inbound pass and is no good.
He was a master beyond the 3 last week, so maybe something's wrong. I don't know.
Oh, nope, nothing at all. He come up with the steal. Drives the length of the court, and it is good for Clampett.
I must have spoke too soon.
Spoke too soon. Clampett has all 6 here for the Vikings. There's another 3 from John Glenn. It is no good.
Joel Hayden trying to make that.
There's a scramble for the ball on the floor. We have a jump ball.
Craig thought he had a good look, couldn't quite make it.
Making sure the floor is nice and clean for the players. John Glenn working the ball inside, gets a shot off, but is no good, and Buzzer comes down with the rebound. Valley working the ball around nicely, finds Clampett. Clampett gives it up to Craig. Shot by Alec Craig is good, and those are his first points of the night. Scores 8-1, Tippy Valley.
Craig saw an opening, side taken, it worked out pretty good.
And so far, John Glenn's height isn't really playing that much of a factor thus far.
Not right now.
I figured they'd be working the ball in the paint a little more than what they are, but right now they're settling for perimeter shots. Clampett looking for a place to go. Gets stopped, passes it back out to Buzzard. Valley's offense is looking settled right now. A lot of good passing going on. No one's putting any crazy shots up. They're not forcing anything. And that'll be a foul on Daniel Wallace for John Glenn. His first foul of the night. Craig to inbound the ball. And who else but Clampett on that beautiful pass?
No one even saw him coming.
On the alley-oop layup there. The prettiest playing basketball right there. Billy Harness missing the three-pointer there. And it'll be Tippecanoe Valley ball now. Trevor Neely's coming in for Alec Craig. Zach Mago in for Joel Hayden for John Glenn.
Dangerous pass there.
They paid the price for that one, but that's the only bad play I've seen out of Valley's offense all night.
That was Matt Strong there on the three for the Falcons. Those are his first points of the game.
Buzzer with a nice pass inside, and Bryce can't finish the bucket. John Glenn with a nice rebound there. Fight for the ball inside. Let's see what they're going to call. It's going to be Valley ball. Right now, I think Valley, with the way that they shot it last game that me and you watched, I think that their three-pointer should be dropping this game too. I mean, they were terrific from the arc last game against Culver Military Academies.
Yeah, they were dropping 6 three-pointers last game, and right now they're not really able to work any magic beyond the arc, but it's still an early game, so we'll see what happens.
That's right, it's still early. We got a $1:39 left here in the first quarter. It's score 10-6 Vikings. Just about lost the ball in the inbounds pass there, but good hustle for John Glenn to get the ball back. Keith Wright seen his first action of the game for Tippecanoe Valley. And that's Billy Harness with a three-pointer right there for John Glenn. Clampett puts up the floater and it is no good.
Alec Runyon there with the 2 points for the Falcons.
And after the game starting off 10-3 for Tippecanoe Valley, it is now 10-11. You got to be thinking Valley's got to start making some buckets again. They can't have offensive possessions like that right there.
Yeah, they're kind of struggling right now on defense.
That's a good job right there not to give up any points. Clampett looking for a place to go. Finds Trevor Neely. Trevor Neely was also a factor in last game. I believe he contributed 2 three-pointers to Tuesday's loss against Culver Military Academies.
Alec Craig checking in for the Vikings, as well as Bryce Webster. Clampett and Dusenberry coming out.
Gavin Buzzard with the inbounds pass here. Finds Keith Wright. Wright's first shot of the game is a three-pointer. It is drilled.
That's a good way for him to start the game.
First points of the game. Left a guy open in the corner and they paid the price.
Colin Barker.
And cannot make the shot for the end of the first quarter here. Right now, we got a nail biter on our hands, folks. It is 13-14 right now, and both teams are fighting hard.
Clampett is leading the charge for the Vikings with 8 points so far.
You kind of expect to see that out of Clampett, though. I mean, he was He's just a machine last game against Culver Military with 25 points. Right now, for Valley, I think you got to work it down the paint again because that's where they got a lot of their buckets in the first quarter here. They did a great job penetrating and finding good shots inside. I don't think this John Glenn team's wanting to be physical and strong enough to fight Valley down the paint right now. So if you're Coach Patrick, I'm telling my guys to get down the paint. Don't settle for perimeter shots.
They also need to work a little better on their defense. Nearly their first points of the game.
With a three-pointer. Picking up right where he left off too. That's deflected by Bryce Webster there. Alec Craig turns the ball over.
Coach Patrick telling the Vikings they need to slow down a little bit, catch their breath, stop making these terrible mistakes.
No, that's another good point. I think if you're Valley, you got to set the tempo of this game right now. If I were them, I would slow the game down a little bit and not try and rush it up and down the court. Just take your time, look for good shots, and look to get your defense set up. Doing a good job fighting in the paint right there from Valley.
Mike Macknick trying to get that in there for the Falcons.
Craig loses the ball again, but is able to come up with it. Buzzard with his first shot of the game, and it rattles in and out. Billy Harness with the trifecta for the Falcons.
He's now got 6 points.
Crazy pass inside. It still ends up with the Vikings. Has good hands there from Keith Wright. Valley working the ball around nicely here.
They're definitely showing some really good passing this game.
Craig's got some butterfingers right now. It looks like he's just about giving the ball away 3 times now in these past couple possessions here. He looks a little unsettled right now. I'd try to figure out a way to get him involved in the game and get him some shots here. And it'll remain Valley ball as it looks like Gavin Buzzard was pushed.
Duesenberry and Clampett now checking in.
Neely comes out for the Vikings, along with Gavin Buzzard. Craig with the inbound pass to Keith Wright. Clampett with a good pass there. Webster working the ball inside, can't finish, gets his own rebound, passes it out, and they're going to call jump ball on that one. And it'll go to John Glenn. Good dive on the floor. That's how you get the ball. You don't stand straight up and down. You go to the floor and try to look for one of your teammates once you get the ball. That's a great move right there from Keith Wright.
Valley's defense stepping back up. Again, great ball movement by Valley. They definitely worked on this.
Right now, it looks like they're trying to set up either Wright or clamp it for a three-pointer right now. Clamp it with the ball, and I'm not going to say that was Craig's fault right there. That would have been a tough pass to get there, and Billy Harnish just misses it right there. That should have been an easy transition bucket. Clamp it with the three-pointer. It's off the mark. And that'll be a foul on Alec Craig, guilty of the push right there. Daniel Wallace in for Zach Mago for John Glenn.
Matt Strong. He's now got 8 points for the Falcons, leading them.
Craig with the three. It's no good.
Joel Hayden there with 2 points for the Falcons.
That's good transition basketball right there from John Glenn. You get the rebound and a quick run out, man. That's easy all day long right there.
Clampa thought about it.
Webster working inside, can't finish at the bucket. Overshoots the pass right there, and it'll go back to Tippy Valley.
Gavin Buzzard checks in for the Vikings.
Joel Hayden will be guilty of the hold for the Falcons. Alec Runyon in for Zach Mago for the Falcons.
Billy Harness now coming in
for Joel Hayden. Keith Wright on the inbounds pass. Flashy pass there from Buzzard, and Clampa gets a hold of it. There's a good, strong screen set there by Bryce Webster, but doesn't lead to any points there. Bryce Webster with the rebound on that one. Keith Wright penetrating inside, and Bryce Webster can't hold on to the ball right there.
Let's get a bucket.
And that'll be Billy Harness on the layup there. If you're the Vikings, you could really use a bucket here in the last 32 seconds of the game right here, going into halftime. Just give you something to work off of here. When you go into halftime, after you made a bucket, you feel a lot better knowing that you missed a shot before halftime. Clampett can't make the bucket right there, put up a little floater.
Falcons look probably to hold the last shot.
And Matt Strong will be guilty of the foul right there.
Trevor Neely now checking in for Bryce Webster.
Craig passes outside Keith Wright, and Keith Wright can't make the shot. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, the score at halftime is 16-24. John Glenn leads this one here. We will be back right after halftime. The score's changed quite a bit since then, Chris. Why do you think this is?
Well, I think right now they're just struggling. John Glenn obviously coming up with better strategy, so hopefully Coach Patrick made up a different plan in the locker room, and hopefully the Vikings can come out here pretty good in the second half.
I really hope to see the Vikings get down the paint a little more. They've got a lot of nice shots down there, but you got to be tough and you got to be strong in there. I hope to see that from them. And here we go. Oh, there's a good pass inside. Craig decided not to take the shot, though, which is probably a wise decision. Valley working the ball around, trying to find a place to go with the ball, trying to find a good shot.
Valley's having some really good ball movement this game.
Unfortunately, that's not been translating into any buckets here lately. You really hope to see with all these good passes here, someone get open and make a shot right here. You got to give credit to John Glenn, though. They've been doing their job on defense.
Got to wonder if the size factor is coming into play here.
I think it would be right now. Valley's having a little bit of difficulty. Well, I might have spoke too soon. Nope, not quite. Three-pointers off the mark there from Clampett.
Clampett hasn't been able to get anything from beyond the arc after an amazing performance last game.
There's a foul on the shot there. That will send Webster to the line. Foul is on Matt Strong of the Falcons.
Webster's already got 1 point from the line.
Make that two. Rattles in. There's There's another one, both of them good from the charity stripe from Bryce Webster. Left a man open on the perimeter. That'll be Joel Hayden right there for the 3. And it's almost a double-digit lead for John Glenn right now. Vikings, they really need to get some shots dropping here. And I think they need to step it up on defense. But like I said, a good offense is a good defense. And right now, they are not performing on defense all that well right now. Ever since the 10-3 run for the Vikings, everything's just kind of gone downhill for them on offense and defense until right there. With the putback, that's a nice play there from Matt Strong. He's strong in the paint right there. Using that little bit of a height advantage there for himself. Buzzer with the shot is no good. Bounced off the front iron.
I believe that was Dusenberry there trying to make that.
It was actually Bryce Webster on the foul there.
Keith right now checking in.
Bryce Webster coming out for the Vikings.
Valley may be down, but there's still a lot of basketball to be played here.
Oh, there's tons of time left right now. I believe they could come back from a 9-point deficit, no doubt, but they can't allow open shots in the corner like that. That'll be Joel Hayden on the trifecta there.
He's now got 8 points for the Falcons. Oh, and Craig stumbles.
Craig stumbles, loses the ball. And there you go, that's transition points right there. And it looks like, to me, I don't want to speculate, but it looks like Craig's hurt right now as he walks over toward the Valley sideline, but he's still in there.
Billy Harness was that last 2-point there.
Oh, almost stolen away. Clampett gets it. Nice pass inside, and that's what you needed for Valley right there. Good bucket inside.
4 points now for Dusenberry. Pretty nice pass there with the Falcons. Mike Macknick coming in.
Wild pass for the inbound there, able to track it down. Ooh, that's a good play there on defense from Valley. And Craig is push going down the court there.
Well, he thought he was hurt there for a second, but he looked pretty fine running down the court.
Which is why I said I don't like to speculate. I mean, he's still hanging in there, doing fine, still in there for the Vikings.
Trevor Neely's coming in now for the Vikings.
Wright loses the ball for a second, gets it back, and John Glenn's defense is all over it right there. And there is Alec Craig with a three-pointer there, back to a 9-point lead for John Glenn.
Craig's now gotten 5 points in this game.
Apparently he's feeling pretty fine after falling down, stumbling, and looking like it was hurt for a second. Zach Mago on the foul there. He'll be Valley ball.
Falcons subbing in pretty much most of their team.
And right now, the Vikings lineup, they have a lot of great three-point shooters out there. You have Keith Wright, Neil Clampett, Craig's put up a three, and Trevor Neely, can't forget Trevor, he put in some work. There's a good, strong play inside, and Jared Dusenberry finishes in the paint right there. That's what basketball's all about right there. Good shot selection, good, high-quality shot selection right there.
That gives him 6 points on the night. There's a lot of pushing in this game.
Stays in bounds there, good play from the inbound pass. That's a good play right there inside from the Viking defense right there. That's what they need. Don't let them get the easy shot inside. Passes out to Clampett. Clampett with the bucket. And it is now only a 4-point lead for John Glenn. Vikings have been stepping it up on offense and defense. Oh, there was almost another good play by Trevor Neely getting his hand on the ball right there.
That was Neil Clampett's first three of the game.
The coaches and fans for John Glenn obviously aren't happy about that call right there, as John Glenn turns the ball over on what was probably a push.
Let him play. Let's go.
Again, fans not too happy about the call right there, but nonetheless, there's still Valley ball. And
Same thing on the way. Let's go, ref. Get the game.
oh, there's a great pass right there. Oh, I can't finish another one, but Clampett gets the ball again. Alec Craig for three, and it is good. He drilled it. Here we go. This place is getting loud again. It's a 1-point lead for John Glenn right here.
Alec Craig's now got 2 3-pointers this game.
Maybe he should have fell down a little earlier. Oh, the great play on the Vikings defense right there. Way to be aggressive.
Keith Wright kind of smiling right there. A good job by Valley, though, being down by 9, bringing it up to a 1-point game.
At one point, they were down by 12, Chris. Oh, just about got to it there. Looks like he kind of kicked it out of bounds as Clampett. Buzzards checking in for the Vikings. Trevor Neely comes out. Way to hold strong there on Valley's defense as time was running down there in the third quarter.
Alec Runyon there trying to get that last second three.
And right now, after John Glenn being up by 12, their lead has been shaved to 1 right here. And you got to give credit to Valley coming out at halftime. They were down huge and only went down even more, but they found a way to come back right now. And the way that they've been playing has been aggressive, and you got to keep it that way. You cannot play passive defense. You have to be aggressive. You have to be out there trying to get the ball at all times. And right now, I think they are doing a great job right now. They are definitely in this.
Yeah, Coach Patrick definitely showing what he can do as a coach, getting his team back together.
Both teams right now preparing and getting ready for the fourth quarter to begin here. And Valley's band is doing a great job right here. The final 8 minutes of the game here, and it's going to be a nail biter. I have a feeling that it is.
Well, they had a good matchup Tuesday.
That was a heartbreaker for the Valley team.
So they'll be looking to redeem themselves tonight.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to lose 2 at home, not in front of your home crowd. The shot is not good and won't be counted. Billy Harness to inbound the ball for John Glenn. Working the ball inside, nicely done. Can't finish at the bucket, but he'll be shooting 2 from the line. Zach Mago to shoot 2.
His first time at the line.
First one's good. Second one from the line is also good.
Valley down by 3, but you know they can definitely make the threes.
Oh, they can definitely make them. They were splashing them all game long against Culver Military Academies. It looked like a three-point contest at the beginning of that last game, Chris.
Yes, it did.
There's a good play inside right there. Oh, can't finish at the bucket. That's what Valley needs, though. You're going to make more of those than you miss. I like that. Even though you missed a shot, always try to work it down in there. They're lucky they didn't pay for that one, but they get the offensive rebound as John Glenn. They missed the putback there, and that's, I think Valley got a little lucky right there, but you know what? You'll take it. You'll take it. You didn't give up any points. You're getting back on offense. Just look for a way to score here. It's not a bad way to start here as Keith Wright gets fouled. And Valley is now in the bonus. Be shooting 1-1 here.
Keith Wright, first time seeing the line.
This first one is good. Second one from the line, hits back iron, and it is John Glenn ball. There's a foul, and the bucket is no good. And that will send Matt Strong to the line. Alec Craig will be guilty of the foul right there. This first one from the line is good.
Neil Clampett now coming in for Keith Wright.
That's something about this game, too. I've seen a lot more substitutions out of Valley's basketball team in this game than I did against Culver Military Academy. And in the last quarter, I think we only saw one substitution. I think that might have been 1 or 2 people. And I think Coach Patrick is trying to keep his players fresh here.
That could have also been the reason of a 2-point loss last week, too.
I think could have been. They looked pretty tired after that game.
Stay with him, man.
Valley's in the bonus, so Duesenberry will be shooting 1-1 from the line. Oh, Clampett with the rebound. Good, strong, high rebound. Can't finish the shot, though. There's a foul for the ball. Clampett gets it again, and that's Duesenberry can't make it. And that's good defense right there from John Glenn. Oh, guy open in the corner. And that's Joel Hayden on the trifecta there.
Yeah, definitely a size factor playing in there on the rebounds.
Neil Clampett got up for that first one, though. Gavin Buzzard catches the pass from Clampett, working around inside there.
Duesenberry now has 8 points for the Vikings.
Three-pointers just short. Defensive rebound for the Vikings. And notice how the wealth is being shared around right now. They're passing the pumpkin around, and for the Vikings, Clampett doesn't have all the points in this one. I mean, the ball's been shared around nicely. The scoring's been nice and even between the 5 players that are on the court right now. Neely can't make that 3 right there. Good feed inside, and it looks like Billy Harness will be shooting 1 at the line and try to make this a 3-point play right here. And there was a great pass to get that one set up. Ooh, that one was close. It looked like Craig might have stepped out a little earlier, but nothing was called there. And it's a timeout for John Glenn. And right now, it's an 8-point lead for John Glenn after only leading by 1 a few minutes ago. This game's going to be all about heart right now because both teams looking down on them right now. They don't look to be too tired right now. They look like they're ready to go, but you got to perform in times like this right here. You got 4:44 left to go in the game here. You got to step it up on defense and offense. You got to play good, strong, aggressive defense, and especially along the perimeter right now because they've been getting 8 alive from outside right now. And then on offense, you gotta execute when you're in the paint. When you're right below the basket, you really have to execute there. Draw the foul. Don't be scared to take the shot.
That you do. Definitely a size factor again. Probably could be setting in for the Vikings. I mean, Falcons do outsize them by about a couple inches, so.
Jared Duesenberry to inbound the ball. Good pick there, set by Duesenberry. Good pass inside and able to finish at the bucket. That's what you need right there. Those are high quality shots right there.
Those are Gavin Buzzard's first points of the game.
And that'll be Matt Strong taking it in for the layup. Again, getting down in the paint. That's basketball right there. That's old school.
Valley hasn't been playing very good transitional defense here lately.
Yeah, they've been getting beat on the break. John Glenn's just hustling down the floor, and Valley's been playing some conservative defense, trying to get down the floor. Again, Valley in the bonus, so Craig will be shooting 101 at the line. This first one is good. Second one from the line is good. Coach Patrick setting up his defense down there. 1-3-1 zone right now. They're trying to close out on the perimeter shooters, but that's the problem right there. You give up an open man sometimes. That's a smart play. I would much rather see a foul than an easy bucket in the paint right there. That's good defense.
Gotta make him earn it from the line.
That's right. Gavin Buzzard is guilty of the foul right there. Billy Harness's first free throw is no good, and Trevor Neely checks back in for the Vikings. Gavin Buzzard will be taking his spot on the bench here. Let's see if he can convert the second one here. First one bounces around up there and it falls for him. John Glenn now has a 7-point lead over the Vikings. Keith Wright for the three and is off the front iron, but Neil Clampett gets the offensive rebound, just flying in there.
It was a great job there by Clampett, seeing it's going to be a miss and able to get right back there and get the ball.
Second chance points are huge, and here's Neely with the three, and he's off on that one. Duesenberry is going to be called for the foul right there.
Clampett is leading the Vikings with 11 points this game, but not too far behind is Alec Craig with 10 points.
Zach Mago's first one from the line is no good. Second one drops for him. Zach Mago now has 3 points in the game. There's a good strong drive inside there from Alec Craig. Craig commits the offensive foul. I don't know about that call. I say you let him play in the paint there. Let him be a little physical. Alec Craig again called for the foul. John Glenn in the bonus, will be shooting 1-of-1.
That's Craig's fourth foul of the game.
Oh, excuse me, John Glenn will be shooting 2 from the line now. His first one is good. Gavin Buzzard checks in for Jared Dusenberry. Matt Strong is 2 for 2 with the line. It is now back up to a lead of 10 for John Glenn right now. Valley really needs to start stepping it up on defense, not committing fouls right now. That will kill them. The way that John Glenn has been performing at the free throw line. There's Neil Clampett. Clampett makes a bucket there.
Clampett's now got 13.
Timeout taken by the Vikings with 2:11 left in the final quarter of the game here. That's what you need to do. You need to execute on offense and be aggressive on defense, but you can't be overly aggressive, especially with the bonus situation right now in which John Glenn would be shooting 2 from the line. So if you're Coach Patrick, you're telling your crew down there, you say don't foul.
And also this late in the game, you don't want to get turnovers.
Yeah, definitely protect the ball here. Protect the ball and make good shots. If you have a chance to make a play on the ball, I say do it, but otherwise just kind of tone your defense down a little bit. I'm not saying be overly conservative, but just be cautious on defense.
Matt Strong is leading the Falcons with 16 points. Followed closely by Billy Harness with 14. Neil Clampett leading the Vikings with 13 points.
And Jared Dusenberry right behind him with 8. John Glenn ball. Oh, turns it over. Jared Dusenberry is credited with steal on that one. That's what you need if you're the Vikings. John Glenn, if they're going to win this game, they can't commit the silly turnovers like that right there. That should have been an easy pass right there, but instead he tried to go for it, and you pay the price sometimes, but then again, sometimes you can make a pretty play out of it. Oh, right there, there's a dive for the ball. Oh, it winds up the Vikings. That's crazy. Little possession right there, and Clampett with a 3-pointer right there, ladies and gentlemen. This game is a 5-point game after John Glenn was leading by 10 and about, I'd say 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, Clampett there getting his second 3 of the night. Valley definitely needed that one.
2 great offense possessions right there for Tippecanoe Valley, and off that last possession off of a wild pass too. I mean, turnovers, you got to take care of the ball. Like you said, Chris, you can't be turning it over, especially right now with only 1:36 to go left in the quarter.
Yeah, and John Glenn made that turnover mistake there pretty well.
And on offense, I think both teams are going to try to be extra careful with the ball right now, because if you're John Glenn, you definitely don't want to give up any points. But if you don't make any points, that'll be okay because you're still leading by 5. But you definitely want to perform on defense. You don't want to give the Vikings another shot. Again, Valley comes with the full court press, trying to slow down the Falcons' offense.
Get down, guys. Let him bring it up. There you go. Go, Alec.
Aggressive defense shown by the Vikings.
And a great job by not fouling thus far. Oh, spoke too soon. Clampett guilty of the foul right there, and that will send Billy Harness to the line for 2.
That's Clampett's first foul of the game.
His first one bounces off the front iron, and that is a good sign for the Vikings right now. The second one from the line is no good, but they end up getting the rebound. That's not what you want if you're the Vikings. The guy misses 2 free throws and you can't get the ball.
Yeah, Valley definitely missed a good opportunity right there.
They could have possibly made this a 2-point game right here, but instead, you're going to foul him again, and you're going to send Alec Ryan to the line now to shoot 2. And his first one is good. His second one from the line is good. If your Valley could have got out of that, no points at all, but instead you can't get the rebound. And oh, there's Clampett with the 3. There it is. There's a 3-pointer. Oh, he's almost automatic from beyond the arc right there. Good pass back outside to set up the 3, and it's 48-52 with 56.3 seconds left to go in the game.
He's now made it 3 times from beyond the arc.
Great 3-point shooting.
And the scoreboard kind of looking pretty similar to last Tuesday.
Oh, just about, Chris. In the final seconds, too, it's just about identical. And if you're Valley, you're thinking, oh my goodness, could it possibly happen again? Will we lose by 2 again or by 1? After fighting this hard and coming back the way you have been, you were down by 12 earlier in this game, and you come back and make it a 4-point game. You definitely want to execute here and win this game if you're the Vikings. Again, you need to perform on defense and grab the rebound. You gotta go up there and get that pumpkin, Chris.
Definitely got to play good transitional defense.
Yeah, that's another thing too. John Glenn has just been outstanding transition basketball. If you're Valley, I don't think you foul right here. I think you should wait for them to miss a shot. I mean, once you get down around 30 seconds or so, I think that's when you commit the intentional foul. And Daniel Wallace will be at the line for 2. This first one's good. Time is really starting to become a factor in today's game. And his second one from the line is good. Passes it outside to Trevor Neely. His 3 is good.
He's now got 2 from beyond the arc this game.
He did the same thing last game against Culver Military.
And that was a really deep ball, too.
That was really deep. Just great 3-point shooting. Can't say enough about that, Chris. This would be a whole different ball game right now if the past 2 3-point attempts from Clampett and Neely have not gone down.
Alley now has 8 3-pointers. And ironically, they're down by 3.
Yeah, and they're only down by 3. And I think if you're Valley, I think if you stop them on defense, you don't take the 3. You go down, you get in transition, go down, get the 2 points, and then play defense again. And if necessary, you foul them. This will send Alec Rungan to the line. And if he misses even one of these free throws, it's going to be huge for the Vikings. And there's the one. Here's one.
Alan Craig coming in for Duesenberry.
And he makes the second one, but if Valley's going to make another three, it'd only be a 1 point game. Craig with the three. It is no good. You got a foul here. Foul, conserve time. Send him to the line. Make him make his free throws. The guy at the line again is Alec Runyon. Crowd's getting into it, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him too much as he makes his first one from the line.
If you're Valley, you don't want to put your head down right now. I mean, there's still 21 seconds left. A lot can happen in high school basketball.
Oh, yeah, there's a miss right there. That is huge. If you're Valley, go get the two. Go get the two. Don't get the three. Unless you clamp it. That's not close at all. That is an ill-advised three-pointer right there. You had plenty of time. You can run down there, wait for a good shot, and hope for a couple of misses on the charity stripe at the other end. You got to foul him right here. That's the only way you're going to stop the clock. Couple ticks, under 8 seconds left to go here in the game. And I think if Daniel Wallace right here, if he makes these 2 free throws, I'd say this game's pretty much over.
Yeah, you'd have to think so. Duesenberry back in.
His first one is no good. If you're Valley, you got to hit a quick shot here, and then as soon as they inbound the ball, you got to foul immediately. All right, you got to hope for a quick shot here. If you're Neil Clampett, you got to take that one. No good. Neely with the three, it's no good, and this one's all wrapped up, folks. The final score of tonight's game is 57-51. John Glenn here, and it looks like the three-point shooting and just the fouls on the Vikings end, that's what really hurt them right now. But hard-fought game all the way around. You got to give credit to these guys here. So this game is brought to you by RTC TV Channel 4, and I'm Kane Steller for my partner in crime here, Chris Seacrest. Good night, folks.